Hello.
Hello.
We are here at Thorpe Park today.
For Carnival.
Yes, for the Carnival event. But kind of more importantly, I suppose, to have a go on Ghost Train, because we've not done that yet. And at the end of the day, we're having a behind-the-scenes tour of Walking Dead.
We are, yeah.
So we're going to be riding that a couple of times today as well. But we'll take you along for the ride, see what it's like compared to last year, and see how things are.
Yeah.
So we just had to go on Ghost Train.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure what to think. I've seen quite a lot of reviews and things like that, and a lot of people saying that the actors are trying their absolute best with what they're given, and it shows.
Yeah.
I honestly think Darren Brown's was better, and that's some stretch. What about yourself? Yeah.
I think what they've got now better than Darren Brown's, because you don't have to mess around with VR and stuff like that. And that took away from a lot of essentially Darren Brown's browniness as such. So that's a lot better. The actors in there are really, really superb, and they are doing the best with what they've got. And I'm hoping for Fright Nights they potentially dial up the actors in there, and they sort of ramp it up to 10. It's good, but it's not great. And once again, it feels to me a bit like Merlin are sat there going, yeah, well, we can't be bothered.
Yeah, it's kind of like
it's a shame.
Taking a plaster to apply, for a broken arm sort of thing. Darren Brown's was fundamentally flawed, and I think for me, all they needed to do to fix Darren Brown's was get rid of the VR headsets and make the windows behind you the screens. That would have solved quite a lot of the problems, I think. They had to rejig the story and stuff, but I don't feel like Ghost Train is quite there.
No. It looks the part, don't get me wrong, it does look the part. It does look very, very good in there.
And it still feels like you're on a train,
yeah.
With the train moving and stuff like that, but it feels like the train moves away and then there's nothing else. It doesn't feel like it's constantly moving while you're on it. There should be like that sort of bouncing as the train's going across connections in the track. It stops doing that. But fundamentally, it's exactly the same as Darren Brown's Ghost Train, with, in my opinion, a worse story, more actor-led, and obviously no VR. But that's my opinion on Ghost Train. You got anything else to add?
No, it is well designed. It is well sort of set dressed as well. The actors are really good. Story's sort of run-of-the-mill, mediocre. Oh, we've gone to raise.
We've gone too far, yeah.
Standard thoroughfare. So yeah, but it's just lacking. And once you do it, you'll probably come out with the same thing, going, right, okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's not terrible, but no. I think it's going to be even less ridden than Darren Brown's for me. Yeah. Probably once a year, if that, unfortunately, until they make changes. But that's Ghost Train.
Yeah.
So since last update, we've had a go on Walking Dead, but we're going to talk about that a lot more in depth later on.
Yep. And Nemesis Inferno.
It was running really good, was Inferno actually. And just very briefly as well, we've got friends at Loops and Donuts. Hello. Hey. Nemesis Inferno was running really, really good. Not much head banging at all. Hauling today as well. Yeah. Really, really comfortable ride. And then from there we had some dinner in
Wilderness Cafe.
Wilderness Cafe. I was going to say what it's called, but we had burgers. What were they?
10.36 with your
annual pass discount.
With your discount. That was for a double with chips as well.
Yeah, and they're classed as smashed burgers, which I've never had before. I wouldn't say
Very tasty.
Yeah, they were tasty enough, but I wouldn't go mad for them. But they were fine. And then we went on Saw. I went on Saw along with George of Loops and Donuts. But play was impeded by severely heavy rain.
Thunder and lightning.
Yeah, thunder, lightning, the whole shebang. The Colossus being noisy. But we did have quite a lengthy wait for it. But meant that we could sit in the station and actually take in some of the things that you don't normally see in the station, which was nice. And now I think we're going to go on Black Mirror Labyrinth, because it's these guys' first time on it. No, it's nothing much to write home about, but we'll talk about it afterwards.
Hello.
Hello. So we got through Black Mirror Labyrinth pretty quick.
Yep.
And it's all right, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all right.
It's no spectacular. I think it's probably better than Ghost Train though. And then once we'd done that, we wandered over to Stealth, and that Stealth's wonderful. And it's had a bit of a shake up though. We're doing Red Force and Furious Baco and things like that. But still fun. It's Stealth. And then after we did that, we got 5 laps on Flying Fish, which is 4 laps too many in my opinion. And then onto the Swarm,
which was a walk on.
Yeah, that's something that we've seen here. I don't know if it's because of the weather, because as I said, we've had some really crap weather, but it's been walk on for the vast majority of rides. While we were waiting in the station for Saw, 24 people. Swarm, there was like 2 train loads or something like that in there. It's been mental considering it's a Saturday and whatnot. So yeah, it's been great for that. Weather's been a bit crap, but it's not been a write-off, has it?
No, it's not been a write-off by any stretch of the
But it
imagination.
has meant that we've not really been able to do too much of the carnival stuff because it keeps getting rained off and things. But we're heading over that way now, see if we can catch a little bit of it, and go from there. So we went to go and sit around the carnival. What was it, the circus area, wasn't it?
Yeah, circus, yeah.
In the new area that they built over by the side of Colossus. And we only sat and watched one of the shows, weren't we?
We did, yeah. We watched the Flossers.
The Flossers, yeah. And I'll be completely honest, they were individually, they were fine. When they harmonised that, it was a little bit not the greatest, but they were still entertaining to watch. We've still got a little bit more of that to do because we're going to go and watch the Fire Eaters just behind us. But after that, I had to go on Colossus. Tracy and I were going on Colossus. And it was running alright actually. It's still not the most comfortable ride or anything like that, but there weren't too much headbanging from the mid-train. So hopefully when they get some more retracking work done on it, then it'll bring it up to scratch. But I still think the problem with Colossus is not the actual track, it's the trains. But that's that. And then we both had to go in trailers, didn't we?
We did, yeah. We did break out at Bozo's.
Yeah, this is the first scare maze that we've both done a second time. So we got a chance to see how it is different, and I don't think it was that much different.
No,
from last
they
time.
seem to have added a couple of extra sections onto it though. It did seem a bit longer.
Yeah, no, I think that there was some of the scenes were changed, but I still remember there's the bedroom scene. I can't remember, it's like Nightmare on Elm Street sort of effect, but it's still very good fun. It's over the top and daft. And I'll be quite honest, I quite like the background music that's on there. It's quite addictive.
Yeah.
But I like the fact that it's something different. None of the other events outside of Scarefest and Fright Nights do scare mazes. So it'd be nice to see sort of things like that. I can't see it working at Oktoberfest.
No.
Maybe they could do one at Oktoberfest. I don't know, but yeah. Trailers are definitely worth the time. It costs us £4.80 as pass holders, but it's £6 if you go, without passes, or you're not a hotel guest, because hotel guests get cheap as well. But yeah, that's trailers. It was pretty decent. So we've still got a little bit more of Carnival to do. I think we're done with the rides now, because the time is about 6:10 now. There's about 50 minutes left of the park. Before we get to we go around Walking Dead, which we've not mentioned all day. So we'll see what's happening with the Fire Eaters, probably get some snacks, and then on to Walking Dead. So in a bit.
Yeah.
Right, so as we mentioned earlier on, we did go on Walking Dead the ride, and the reason why I've left it until last minute is because we did a behind-the-scenes tour of Walking Dead. So, the ride itself, it's always been the same. It's not bad. It's a good little fun. I'd say it's a family ride, but it's not. Because of the subject matter and whatnot that the ride handles, but it's good fun, I think. I like it, and the fact it's obviously indoors, it's great because you can go on it all weather. As for the behind the scenes tour, it was brilliant, fantastic. Really enjoyed it. It's very informative, except very similar to the behind the scenes tour we had at Drayton Manor for the Haunting.
Yeah.
Only this one's obviously our very first roller coaster behind the scenes tour, and it was nice to see areas that you don't normally see, and also things like the whole track being lit up so you could see the entire area. I'll try and put some of the photos up, because one of the things that we weren't allowed to record in there, or videos, but you could take photos, which was good enough for me. But yeah, seeing all the props and how the effects work and things like that, and you don't realise how in poor condition a lot of the props are. Yeah. But it works for the ride, and even if you could see them with the lights on or something like that, it doesn't really matter, because the zombies and things like that, the bits falling off is absolutely fine. Yeah. And ride, I say ride host, the people that took us around, Max and Ollie. Yeah. Brilliantly informative and welcoming and whatnot, and a laugh as well, weren't they?
Exactly. Yeah, they were quite funny as well. And they shared their own experiences about being ride ops and sort of working on other rides and in other Merlin parks as well. So that was kind of nice to hear.
Yeah, it deviates a little bit, but it's nice to hear somebody who's worked in a Merlin park and whatnot, their opinions on things, like, because obviously we only hear other YouTubers' opinions, and obviously the general public and stuff like that. You never really hear, I worked at Chesington and I think that Toonbasters wonderful, or I'm here at Thorpe Park and I didn't really. We think that Ghost Train's pants or something like that. It's just nice to hear things like that. Yeah. But back to the tour. We paid, £51 for the tour, and we did get lanyards, which you got your name on it, and a special VIP key pin badge.
And on the back of it does say, look, behind the scenes tour.
Yep.
So that's really cool.
And we also got ride specific posters, so we've got Walking Dead the ride posters.
Yeah, which you cannot buy in the shops, so it's kind of nice to have that little bit of memorabilia that you're not going to get anywhere else.
Yeah, it's essentially like a ride part. You something that you've got to do one of these to get hold of, like that. But yeah, £51 for with pass holder discount. I think it was 65 £65 around that region for a regular, and I would pay the full price for it even without a discount. Put it this way: the next time that Saw is available, I'm doing Saw the ride, because I really want to see behind the scenes of that. And Ghost Train, even though earlier on we mentioned how Ghost Train wasn't particularly great, I would like to see how it works behind the scenes, and especially based on what we've just seen there. It was wonderful. It lasted, what time are we on now? Just a minute. It is 9:30. We got back in the car about 15 minutes ago, so it's been, it makes a difference. About an hour and a half for the whole tour.
Yeah, we started at tour started at 7:15, and it went through to sort of 9:15 for argument's sake.
Yeah.
So good 2 hours.
It started off with a big presentation, and it went through essentially the sales
concept art and sort of how they come up with the ideas and how they reimagine stuff, because obviously what is Walking Dead used to be X and X No Way Out.
Yep.
And how they've reimagined that. They've got props in there from the actual Walking Dead show that AMC have given them, which is cool, and you don't realise that stuff's in there because a lot of the time it's in the dark, or you're not in one space long enough to actually look around and see them things, which is also nice to see. But yeah, we went through, we went across the trains, we went into the control booth, we saw the bottom of the lift hill, so we got lots of photos. The very first lift hill, going upwards, because we weren't allowed to climb that because of needing to be harnessed up, which is fair enough. But once we'd done that, we went into the main sort of room, and that's where we went up to the second highest part of the ride, which is done by steps. So because it's done by steps, you don't need to be harnessed in, so they can take you up there. If on the subject of the props, if you do want to see it, or you want to find it for yourself, obviously don't listen any further. But
it's in the back of the van as you're about to go into the station to get onto the train. Look in the back of the van. There's a
it's a gauntlet with a machete on it.
Yeah, I haven't seen The Walking Dead, but it's one of the characters. He cuts his arm off to escape some chains, and he puts a gauntlet onto a thing, and he puts a machete sort of bayonet on it. Yeah, and it's in a box on there. And also on Saw the Ride, as you're coming out of the exit, because we were told about this as well, there's a weighing scales with a head in it. That's also from the official Saw films as well. So if you just join us back again because you've skipped past those parts, highly recommend them. They are very informative, very fun. We had a good bit of a laugh with the other group that was with us as well, because there was 12 of us all together, wasn't there?
It was, yeah. Yeah, so it was a small group, it was a nice group, and there were various different people in there. There were people that were just enthusiasts of the ride, there were bloggers like us, there were also sort of a couple of sort of ex-staff members as well, and people that are still working at Merlin, and it was just nice to kind of chat with other people and go, wow, yeah, what did you think of this, and what did you think of that kind of thing.
It's just great fun. Yeah. That's rounding out our day. I suppose we probably should talk about Carnival. We did get a lot of it rained off, but we did see a few things. As one of the last things that we were mentioned was about watching the fire show. It was a little bit repetitive, wasn't it? They had, I think they started off with 2 essentially swords, then they went on to 1 big sword, and then 2 marshmallows.
The fiery sticks.
Yeah, and it basically routine was spinny, wipe flames across myself, spinny. It was a bit of a shame that because I was expecting some form of like fire breathing and stuff like that, but. Carnival this year has felt very similar to last year. Obviously, we weren't doing videos this time last year, but we did attend. And I suppose the one thing that stands out this year that I don't remember last year was the strongman cycling around on a sort of a penny farthing.
He was on a penny farthing motorcycle, penny farthing cycle.
Cycle with the he'd got little bulb horns on it, so he's going around going ham ham. And he was just having a real laugh of a day.
It is better now. They have moved it into one area down where essentially if you're here for sort of Fright Nights, it's where Making Meadows usually is.
Marking Meadows, across the Marking Meadows. Yeah, it used to be there. They built I think it's called the Cooling Plaza because they've got fans and things like that on it. But next to where the Saw Alive boat used to be, and it's much better. Is that? It's one of the things. If you've ever been on my blog or anything like that, one of the things that I would have changed about Thorpe Park was potentially bulldozing the Angry Birds land and putting in a big sort of open space there for them to do events. They've kind of sorted that problem a little bit now by doing that. Carnival's not my favourite. I do prefer Mardi Gras because they are very similar.
Yeah, they have got some new merch out as well for Carnival this year, so that's nice to see. They have got as well some new t-shirts and new bits in the shop in just sort of general merch as well. We've got quite a lot of pin badges today.
Oh yes, I've bulked out the pin badge collection, some at Chronic, a couple of new t-shirts as well as a pass holder exclusive t-shirt. I'll try and put a photo of it in here. It's nothing sparkling, but it's pass holder exclusive, so I got excited about it. Next one of these at Thorpe Park we're going to be doing is Oktoberfest. Looking forward to actually be the first time we've done Oktoberfest here because we've done it at Towers twice before, and then Fright Nights later on in the year, as we look forward to going back to Europe after those. But it's been good, and obviously shout out to
Loops and Donuts,
Kathy, George,
Evie and Josh.
For just making the day even more fun and putting up with our random wafflings, and just being like good sports like I suppose we were with the rain, especially because they had a bit of a journey getting here with the car and everything like that. But thank you very much for that one. So we'll see you in the next one.
We will. Bye.